Hello everyone and welcome to the Coaster Dad, where we teach you how to use the Lego Mindstorms EV3 robotics kit. In this episode, I will be making this. Wow, that was pretty cool. Just appeared. So this is the conveyor that we made in the last episode, as you can see. So we can remove that because we are not going to make that. The way you remove it from this robot, I don't have to show you. I just will. Smooth. The invisible hand is helping me. Thank you, invisible hand. Hold on, is that Pemble? Thank you, Mr. Hand. He's always contributing. Anyway, so we will be teaching you how to make this basic robot. And here are all the parts. Whoa! This is so cool. Did you see that? It all separated into a lot of parts. As you can see, this is a huge amount of different parts that you need to make this. Jose, I'm sorry for technical difficulties.
We're gonna need some Girl from Ipanema.
No, elevator music.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. So for this robot, we are going to be following the instructions book. Anyway, so we will look at this as we build it, but we have brought back two old friends. Our magical brick and our beautiful thing. Yes. So we will be using these to attach to the brick. Well, this brick won't be attached, although I'll show you what we do on this camera. We'll go like bam. So yeah, it'll be good. But now let's get started and start building. So let's go into the instruction book. And it says one second. So step 1, you take one of these and one of these. You stick this right through there. Step 2, you take one of these and one of these 4 long. You can check by lining it up with one of these things, and as you can count, it goes over 4 dots. So you take this and one of these, put them together. Then you take this and you put it across the other side, like that. Then you take this, you go here, and you go from here down onto your thing. Next, step 4, you take one of these, and 2 of these. Then, put them all down. You put this piece here. As I struggle to put this on. There we go. So then you take this you put it in right there. You do the same with this other one. You put it so the knob is on this side, it goes all the way through, and you do the same thing with this little piece on this side. So it looks like that. Then, step 5, take one of these and you place it so this 3 long thing, put it right down there. Step 6, you take one of these pieces, 8 long, as you can see, is very, very long, longer than most of the pieces that we have. And you take this, you stick it through there, and it should come out on the other end. Then you take, where are you? You take this piece, you put it right in there, not fully down. Actually, no, we'll just take that out. We'll go here and here, and then in there. So right now it looks like this. The next step is to take one of these pieces, one of these pieces, and one of these pieces. It's a very, very simple step. You take this, you put it right in there, so you can take this and then put it like this. Not like that. Don't do that. That is a that is a big no-no. That is the no-no of the day. So you take this piece, you match it up with this. You can see it's like that right now, so if you want, you can just like turn it. And also a good way to turn it is if you take one of these, stick it in there, and just spin it until it seems right. And then you pull this out. Then you take this, put it in like that. That is one of the hardest steps because you have to shape it like that. Although if you use this piece to mold it, then it works great. Your next step is you have to take this 4 long piece, and then you have to stick it right through here, like that. The next step, you take this piece right here, 2 of these, 2 of these, and 2 of these. You put these 2 on the top, you put these 2 on the sides, and then you put these 2, you put these right in here. From there, you go right over here, turn it around so it's like this, and then you put these 2 matching in with those 2. Then you take this piece, 3 long, and you put it in right over there. So we're done with the very first part. We need to do the same thing on the other motor. I'll time lapse this step by step, so if you really want to see a better version of it, then just go back to the first part of the video and then watch the beginning. So I'm going to time lapse it now. Okay, so that was a time lapse of me making this side of it. Now you might be thinking, these look different. Well, we're not completely done. We still need to connect these two together. So the way that we will do it is we will take this, put it on. Okay. And then you just put them right together like that. Ta-da! Okay, so next step is you flip the whole thing over like that, and then because of the way that it tells you to put it together, this fits in right there. So to put that in and lock it in like that, you take 4 of these connectors, the red ones, the long red ones, you put that right in there, this in there, this in there, and this in there. So now we're on to something. This looks a little bit like a car. The next thing you do is take this piece, these two, this piece, and this piece. So pretty much what you do is you take this, you put this through here, not all the way through. You put your finger on the other side, so that way you can stop it right there. Then you take this piece right here, and you put it in this side down, right there. And if you want, you can just give it like a little bit of a nudge on both sides to make sure it's completely in. Then you take the ball bearing and you attach it in here, and this goes in right there. And there, and this goes right through there. Okay, so then pretty much what we do, we put this in right there, and this piece right here. As I say, symmetry is very important in these robotics kits. The last thing that you do to make this perfect is you put these pieces, these connectors, inside in there, one in there, and you take 4 of those and you put them all in here. So you take 4 of those connectors and you put them in here, and you take these and you put them right on these after you tilt them in the right direction. So you do there. You can, once again, you can use even this as a little connector. Put that in there, you twist it the direction you want, and then you do it the same over here. There we go. Put that right in there, and this right in here. Like that. Then you take this, put that there. Take this, put it there. Then you attach this onto the back side of your here. 1, 2, 3, 4, right in there. And it connects in perfectly. Then you flip it so this side is down, and as you can see, this rolls very nicely. And then you take this piece, and these 2 pieces, and these 4 pieces, right here. You put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you put that in there. This is 5 circles long. You put this right here, and the same with the other side. So as you can see, this is starting to take shape as a car, so that's good. That's what we want, a car. Then you take 2 of these, and you put it right on top of here. Now, on the very first car that we made, the hardest part was mounting this brick onto the car. It was very difficult to find a spot to put the brick on. So, on this video, you take these 4, and then you just put the middle things right in the center. In there. So now the brick is mounted. The next thing you do, you take these pieces and flip them like this. You take 2 of these and 2 of these. You take this piece, you put it in here on both sides, and then you do the same thing with this piece right here. Oops. And then you take our robot, put these in right there, and that goes in right there. And you do the same thing with the other side, and then you put those in so they match, which they do, and now this is very, very, very strong. Then the next step is the wheels. You take this wheel, you flip this over. I suggest flipping it over when you put in the wheels. Put your thumb on the other side of the motor so that when you put the wheel in, the motor doesn't, the axle doesn't drag across the motor. You stick that all the way in, all the way in. Then you take one of these pieces and you put it in right here. Why the directions say to put that in, I don't know. Probably just looks cool. And then you do the same thing on the other side. Put your finger right there. Match it up. And then put it all the way through. And then put this thing into the robot. So now we have 2 moving wheels. And our next step is to attach the conveyor. Our next step is to attach this. Where does this go on the robot? Well, it's pretty simple. You attach it up, plug it up to a wire, you put it in right here. You stick this through here, around here, and then up into port A. That goes into port A. You pull this whole thing through so it meets up with here. And you take the last 4 parts we need. You put one So once you get the first one in, the rest of them are very easy. Just place them right in. Especially once you get the very first side, the back side, just put it in. And here you have it, your very first robot. If you want, you can replace this with this ultrasonic sensor. So when it sees the brick, it'll stop the robot. But instead, all we need to do is put these wires attached to these motors and plug them in the ports C and B. Now the best way I suggest you do it is you put it through this little thing. You put it through the little brace right there. Be a little bit hard sometimes to get it right through. So after you plug all of them in, you have a good robot, and to turn it on, you hold the power button. I showed this in my first video. It'll take a while, so I'll cut it until it's on. It just turned on, and when it turns on, you already have the demo program programmed. So let's put this block right there and see what happens. So as you can see, it grabbed the block. I don't have quite enough space on the table, but as you can see, it grabbed the block, it turned around, one wheel going back and one wheel going forward, went forward, and it let go of the block. That is what this robot is made to do. It's made to take something, get it, and then bring it back. It's like a golden retriever, except a robot. So, thank you for watching. If you like this video, like the video! And subscribe to the Coaster Dad channel. We make some pretty cool stuff other than robotics videos. We build roller coasters in our backyard. It's awesome. And also, make sure to comment on what we should do next in our robotics videos. And like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next time.